The following program was produced by the United States Courts.
Hello, I'm Javier Hernandez, reporting with the United States Courts. Judiciary officials testified before a Senate committee to explain the impact of sequestration on the federal courts. And they asked for vital supplemental funds to help make it through the rest of the year. Circuit Judge Julia Gibbons told the Senate committee that sequestration is crippling the judiciary.
The $350 million, 5% across-the-board sequestration cuts have been devastating to federal court operations.
A cut of $350 million might not sound like a lot of money for an entire branch of government. But as Senator Coons explained, the judiciary doesn't receive a lot of funds to begin with.
We're not going to be able to solve or even noticeably mitigate the national fiscal crisis on the backs of the courts, since they spend just 19 cents of every federal $100 spent. 19 cents for one whole branch of our government strikes me as a pretty good deal.
Much of the hearing focused on one of the hardest hit communities in the judiciary, the federal public defenders.
If we lose, whether it's 25% or 35% or 40% of our staff, with our program, which is very small, that will be a loss that is permanent. And so to rebuild will not involve simply calling them up and asking them to come back. We will have lost institutional knowledge and expertise that can never be recovered, and that would be a tremendous tragedy, not just for our clients, but for the entire court system.
The federal defender organizations do an excellent job of representing criminal defendants in our courts. Those sorts of contributions cannot be underestimated. They do extremely good work, and it's valuable work.
Gibbons also testified that probation and pretrial offices have reduced staff, which led to this exchange.
Am I right to be concerned that these reductions may lead to potentially violent individuals walking the streets?
You're quite right. Our officers in 2012 supervised 187,311 defendants. That's expected to rise to 191,000 by 2014. A number of them are extremely violent.
Shrinking court staffs also mean increased delays for the litigants, who rely on the courts for swift decisions.
Mr. Chairman, the increasing delays and uncertainties of our federal courts are having an economically deleterious effect upon U.S. businesses and individuals. It's simply more expensive when there are delays.
The senators did praise the judiciary for being good stewards of the funding they have received.
The courts in many areas are being smart, they're working hard, they're finding ways to save money without impacting the quality of justice in America.
For now, the federal courts are getting by, barely. At least one senator worries about the long-term effects of sequestration on the judiciary.
It's that our current trajectory of how the sequester is being implemented in the federal court system is doing real harm. I leave this hearing today deeply concerned about how the sequester is impacting justice in the United States.
Reporting with U.S. Courts, from Washington, I'm Javier Hernandez.